So I already got my eyebrows together. I just filled them in, you guys, a little bit because I like to do my eyebrows off of camera. Um, I don't mind doing them on camera, but I do like to do them off of camera so I can focus a little bit more better. So this is what they look like right now, and I'm pretty fine with this. They're looking good, by the way. So I'm also done with my curling my lashes. As you can see, my lashes has been growing because I've been using a lash serum that is just like the best oils. Um, and it helps to repair the follicle of the hair follicles, and it's been really working out. So I'll let you guys in on that as well when I am comfortable with the regimen I'm on right now. I'll let you guys in on that. So today, all I really wanted to do was get into some light makeup because I love a light beat, and just to refresh for the night hours. You know what I mean? Because I haven't worn makeup all day. I've been really into my studies and things of that nature because I'll have class tomorrow. So I'll be a little bit busier in the evening time, but I'm still going to try to get some content done. I just want to push content as much as I can so I can talk about the things that I want to talk about, and I can get the message across that I'm trying to convey to people of my race, my sexuality, and all that thing in a good way. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to bring attention to everything positive about being who I am. And I am very much a positive person. So, I want to put this camera down just a little bit. So, I'm sorry, you guys. But that's better for me. I like that better. I couldn't see my necklaces, and I like to see my necklaces anyway. So I just want to bring that down just a little bit. All right, so I'm getting a haircut tomorrow, so it's not even about the hair or anything, so I can just skip that part anyway. So first thing I'm gonna do is go into spritzing my face. I just want to spritz my face just a little bit, and I've been loving this collagen in rose water mist from By Nature's, and they are a brand that I have just gotten into. I really like this brand. um, I've been seeing benefits from it already, like from it reviving my skin to it hydrating and to the anti-aging properties it also has. So I like to spray it on my neck, around my ears, and things of that nature. So this is like something that I picked up on from watching like ancient beauty secrets and things of that nature, and rosewater happens to be one of the best beauty hacks out there, and people just don't give it the love that it deserves because we have to remember this is nature. So yeah, this is a good product, and I love to use this product, and I wouldn't give it up, and I would recommend it to anybody who loves a good facial mist. It's a really clean mister, as you can see. It's not heavy mist. It's a light mister, so it dries down just as fast. And next I'm going to go into a light priming base. So I'm going to do this primer. This is the niacinamide grip, and this is one of my favorite primers. I'm going to say that. It's just amazing. Like, it works for just keeping your makeup exactly where it's supposed to be. And I just like to apply that on my cheeks, across my top lip, and things of that nature. And I'll just apply that excess everywhere. And I like this because it dries down quick too. So you always want to give everything time to dry down and just like meets in the middle, so you don't have like a muddy type of complexion and stuff. As you can see, everything's looking golden and things, and I'm really getting my skin back to an even state where my complexion is evening up, and that's all thanks to a cream that I've been trying out. So I'll get more information on the cream as I use it, but it's only been a week so far, so I don't want to say too much until, you know what I mean? I don't want to give away all my beauty secrets. So this is the HD concealer I'm going to use today. This is from Nicka K. Great brand as well. All you got to do is like squeeze a little bit, it'll start to come out, and hold it down. You can see it's on the tip of it right now. So I like to apply this here where I have a little bit of darkness and where my eyes are like deeper. I like to apply this here because it works as a good color corrector and it's as a good base. So I also like to use this on my eyelids and under my eyebrows just to clean up a bit because it's good for that as well. So I'm gonna just lean in close, you guys, and show you how I do that. Just like strokes, and you can see how it cleans up all the hairs and the miscellaneous things. You just need a little bit of it. And I like this because you really don't have to let it dry down to get the coverage because it's an HD concealer. It's really good. So I'll put it here too just to brighten up the inside of my eyes. But this is not the concealer I'll be using to highlight. I like to highlight with like a little lighter concealer. And so basically I like to use 3 shades of product. No matter what the product is, I just like to use the 3 shades of that. So I'm going to take my dual complexion brush that has like Won My Heart. I'm going to start blending out by my nose first, just to make that look seamless. And I'm going to start going under my eye to pat that in evenly. And it's a light concealer. You don't want to use nothing too heavy around your eyes unless you really need like that heavy coverage where your dark circles are not like being concealed and it's like peeking through. Then I would say you probably can use like a concealer pot from NARS or MAC concealer pot or something like that. But I have a concealer pot I like to use. It's not as thick as those, but it's really good. It's the Bodyography Conceal and Cover Pot. And this comes with a beautiful color corrector. And I'll be using that today on the bottom half of my face. So I'm going to show you right now. This is just grand, so you can see I love this product. I'm just going to dip into this. I like to dip into that like that, and I like to put this here first before I correct. Because I have a little mark there. So I like to just apply this here. I'll just flip that over and I'll buff that out evenly so I can get that coverage. And it's amazing, you see? And I'll do the same thing on the other side. And I'll just start to buff that out. And that dries down really good, and it's like a balm, so it won't move at all. I'm also going to get here in this section where I usually have like darker acne blemishes and stuff that I'm still trying to get rid of, but they've been really lightening up a lot, and I really enjoy the fact that they've been lightening up. I'm going to blend here, just start to push that in, and as you can see, it is amazing color corrector because it blends right in with the foundation that the concealer I already laid down, it blends in well with that. And you can put this on top of your makeup as well. I forgot to say that. You can put this color corrector on top of makeup. Because when I purchased it from Nordstrom's, the lady did tell me that. So, bam. And then, concealer pot, which I overlove, as you can see. But I'm going to switch my brush. Because with this brush, I just want to go in with this. I like to use this like this. Just stipple on top of where I color corrected. And this makes a beautiful color for matching the skin tone once it's all blended out. I like the denser brush so I don't lift anything up. And that really pushes everything together. Right? Instead of lifting the product up and making it sheer, it actually just keeps the product exactly where it's supposed to be at. And by being dense, it's going to press everything in and flatten it and have it looking natural and even. So I can go in with the back of this for this part now. I'm going to just place a little bit here and clean up that forehead with that brown color. Place it on the forehead where I did apply a little bit of color corrector for my blemishes that's poking through, which isn't that really much of a blemish at all. I'm going to put it here on top of where I color corrected. And that's all you do is put it wherever you put that color corrector, that's where you want to put that pot concealer for the most part, you know what I mean? Because I'll apply a little bit under my eyes just to show you how it applies, which is amazing, but it's not as thick as the MAC or the NARS concealer pot, as I was saying. So for this part, I'm going to grab a dual complexion brush, and I'm just going to start blending this out. I like a fluffier brush when I'm dealing with my cheeks and this part of my face. I don't use a denser brush because I feel like it blends in better with this type of brush. Amazing. No, I don't like to put a lot of product across my nose. I will sometimes like swipe with the residue, but I don't really put in a lot of product on my nose, but I do contour. I contour my nose. I just don't use a lot of product, you know? And I do that with a peach tone because I feel like that stands out the best for a contour on brown skin tone. Like, it does, and I'm going to show you why. So here it is, and I just like to right, something slight, nothing too heavy, and I like to just blend this out like it's just. This is like all the stuff, everything I need to put on my nose is right here. Right? So you just shear it out a bit. Just shear it out a bit. We're going to be using this palette today just to contour a little bit. So I have some colors here that I'm going to be using today for my contour. For my contour, I'm going to tap into this brown right here just to contour my nose. I'm going to have this color right here, and I'm going to start to shape and give my face a little definition, right? And then I want to just brush that down. I do. And brush that into the brow. Right? And just blend it really good. Really using that powder to define the nose, you see? So I'm gonna dip back into that powder, and it's really creamy, soft, really creamy, soft to be a powder. I can really say that. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. So, like I said, you want to go into the eye with this part. Just blend into the eye. Try to make the nose look as airbrushed as possible. Right? And it should look something like this. That's when you stop there and you leave a little highlight right there, and that's all you need. So I'm going to dip right into this highlighting shade right here. I'm going to take the more yellow one, and I'm just going to press right on top of where I concealed that. There on that. That's all you need. And now you can rub the residue. Just rub the residue down on top of the nose just to give it that ascuous look. So now I'm gonna just take a little bit of the whiter shade and I'm gonna dust it under my brow just to lighten that part right there up and really give that eyebrow bone some life. You know what I mean? So that's why I like this white highlighter shade. It really gives my brow bone some life. And you just really, yeah, right? So I'm gonna use this also for my eyeshadow. For my eyeshadow, I want a little pinky shade. So I'm gonna go into this pinky shade right here. This pinky shade is beautiful, right? I'm gonna go into this pinky shade and I'm going to go in my crease and I'm gonna start to blend outward. Right? Isn't that beautiful? So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. With this pinky shade. Start here, and then I'm gonna blend out in a circular motion. And I like to do that because it makes it sheer and it makes it look really natural and it makes it look really nice and soft. So the next step, I'm going to just pick up a little bit of brown, a little bit of this dark brown again. Just want to go into that, and I'm gonna lay this right in my crease on top of that pink, blending outward again to give it a little bit more definition. And you can still see that pink. You still see that pink, right? Just a little bit more definition with that brown. That brown helps to bring that pink out a lot, and people don't notice that. They get scared of colors like brown and black, but they are good enhancers for light colors. And you just want to blend and make it soft, right? So now we're looking really good, and we have the definition in the eyes and everything is looking really, really nice. The next step, I'm just going to really focus on a little bit of blush. So I'm going to change my palette position, and I'm going to go in deeper to the blushers, and I want to go into the light coral today. And I'm just going to add this right on top of my cheeks like this, on both cheeks, and then I'm just going to flick out upwards and around to those eyes, and doing the same thing on this side and flick around to those eyes, because I really want it to match. And then I'll flick to the bigger side and we'll buff it out, buff it out, buff it out, buff it out, buff it out. Sweep, 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 buff it out, 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 buff it out. And that's how I like to do it. Right? That looks amazing on that side. That looks really good on that side. You want them to both look even on both sides, okay? You want them to look like that. Next, I'm going to go into my blush topper, which is going to be this more chromy gold highlighter color, which you'll see on top of that pink. That's like my favorite thing to do. And you guys will start to notice that. Like, I love to do that. So now I'm done with this palette. And I love this palette because it's such a variety of things in here. So if you ever need a palette, I suggest you get this one. And I got this one off of Amazon. It's really worth it. Next I'm going to take my powder before I set my face. I'm going to take my powder, and this is like a blendable blush powder I like to use as a finisher under my eyes from time to time. So I'll dip into this like this. This is from L'Oreal. And I'll go right under and set my under eyes with this blusher. And it's really good because it's a blendable blusher, so it helps. It's gonna help that pink to calm down and really look like it's in my skin. That's why I like to do this with this blusher. And you can see that is amazing. Like, that looks amazing. I really like that. That was bad. So next I'm going to set my face with my Collagen and Rose Mist. And all you have to do is decap her and really spray your face down really quickly, really nicely. You know what I mean? And I like to just fan with my hands a lot of the time because it just dries down a little bit better with your hands. And then, like, it's gonna leave such a nice glow to the skin. It leaves such a nice glow to the skin. And I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Thank you for checking out another video from me. This is just me expressing my beauty, my passion in a way where I can share it with you guys. So, like, share, subscribe, and thanks for coming.